Hi, this is Elise. I'm a student at SFU. I also have the channel SF Live going, or I'm heading the group that runs it. This is kind of my test video. I'm sure my roommate is wondering why I'm talking to myself. So this is my first vlog on this channel, other than the random other videos that I've put on that are just kind of about nothing. And it's a snow day today in Vancouver. It's January the 30th. And I have no school to go to, so I decided I would make this video. Today I decided I would talk about Asian stereotypes. I'm half Japanese, so I kind of have both perspectives of what other people think about Asians and what Asians think about Asians and that kind of thing. So yeah, I guess one thing is lots of people seem to think that all Asians are good at math and hardworking, obedient, and especially stereotypes about female Asians that kind of bother me sometimes, even though they're obviously based on some truth or perceptions that other people have. When people find out that I'm actually partially Asian, they usually are surprised, mostly because I don't always look very Asian, especially when I'm not wearing any makeup. And they seem to think that female Asians are supposed to be these passive, meek, little, polite kind of girls that are just totally domesticated and as not as much as I don't hate housework and cooking and all that stuff, I don't think that people should expect me to want to do those things just because of some racial stereotype. I've had people actually tell me that I'm not a proper polite and passive Asian female, so I guess that's because I'm basically a pretty outspoken feminist. I don't think that women should have to do all the housework, and I don't necessarily want to have a huge family and stay at home all day. Well, my husband goes out and works and comes home and does nothing. I don't think that is the kind of age that we're in anymore. This is kind of the 21st century. I think that men need to step up nowadays, and this kind of stereotype that guys tend to have of fantasizing sometimes about it just doesn't work anymore for me. Maybe there are still some Asian girls out there who are like that, but I'm not one of them. In fact, yeah, I'm not like that at all, really. Another thing I want to talk about Asian stereotypes, especially in Vancouver. I'm filming from Vancouver right now in my current home. There's a difference between Canadian-born Asians and international students. Lots of people kind of fail to figure this out, but there really is. I mean, if you're born here, especially if you're born outside of Vancouver in a small town, I mean, this is where the term banana comes from. You're yellow on the outside but really white on the inside kind of thing. That kind of applies to me. Canadian-born Asians are just as Canadian as anyone else. I've had people argue that I am not Canadian, that I'm actually just Japanese or something, but I mean, my grandfather was born in British Columbia, the so-called Caucasian side of my family has a little bit of native ancestry. So really, genetically, I've been here longer than a lot of the so-called white people around, so I don't even know where this argument comes from that I'm not Canadian. And then there's the international student, the international Asian student. First of all, Asia is a continent and there are different countries in it, so especially when it comes to international students, there's differences between them depending on where they're from. If they're Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, those are the kind of, well, yeah, main groups. I mean, there's more, but yeah, it's good to know that there are differences. They don't speak the same language, they don't do the same stuff really. I mean, they have different cultures. They all have black hair maybe, but other than that, yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. Other than that, I do think that you should go out and watch 2 movies that I think explain the kind of the old mentality of what the Asian stereotype can be and what it progressed in terms of the immigrant Asian, especially Chinese. One is called I Not Stupid and it's based in Singapore. I just watched it recently. It was really good. And then the second one, I think it's called Saving Face, and it's about Chinese Americans and the issue with accepting homosexuality in the Chinese community, especially in North America, and yeah, that's about all I have to say, so see you next time!